Hello and welcome. Today, you are about to listen to one of the most powerful and timeless self-improvement books ever written, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. First published in 1936, this book has inspired millions across the world. It is not just about communication, but about building respect, trust, and influence in every area of life. Carnegie believed that true success comes not from wealth or power, but from the ability to connect with people. In this audiobook summary, we will explore the key lessons of the book through the journey of a man named Daniel. You will see how small actions, a smile, remembering someone's name, or listening deeply, can open doors, build friendships, and influence people in ways you never imagined. So, let's begin this journey of transformation. The story of Daniel. Daniel was a young man living in a busy city. He had big dreams of success, but he faced a serious problem. People didn't like working with him. At the office, his colleagues found him arrogant. His boss thought he lacked warmth. Even his friends often avoided him. One evening, feeling frustrated, Daniel picked up a copy of How to Win Friends and Influence People. As he turned the pages, he began to see his own mistakes and discovered powerful principles that could change his life. Lesson 1. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. The first principle Daniel learned was simple: never criticize others. He remembered how often he complained about his team's mistakes. Every time he pointed out their faults, people grew distant. Carnegie explained that criticism doesn't change people, it makes them defensive. The next day at work, instead of scolding a colleague for an error, Daniel offered gentle guidance. "I know this report was tough, but I think with a little adjustment here, it will be excellent." To his surprise, his colleagues smiled with relief and worked harder. Daniel realized kindness was more effective than criticism. Lesson 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Daniel discovered the power of appreciation. People hunger for recognition more than anything else. He started noticing the good in others. He praised his assistant not just for completing tasks, but for her dedication and creativity. Soon, the workplace atmosphere changed. People respected Daniel and enjoyed working with him. Lesson 3. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Carnegie wrote that the best way to influence people is to show them what they want, not what you want. Daniel applied this when pitching an idea to his boss. Instead of saying, "This will help my career," he said, "This strategy will bring more clients and grow our company revenue." His boss immediately agreed. Daniel realized that by focusing on others' needs, he could inspire action. Lesson 4. Smile. One day, Daniel tried something very simple. He smiled at everyone he met. At the coffee shop, at the office, even on the street. The result was magical. People smiled back. Conversations became warmer. Strangers turned into acquaintances. Daniel understood that a genuine smile is a universal language of friendship. Lesson 1. Remember that a person's name is to them the sweetest sound. Daniel practiced remembering names. At a networking event, instead of rushing through introductions, he carefully repeated each person's name. Later, when he greeted them, "Nice to meet you again, Sarah," people lit up with joy. Daniel saw how such a small act built deep connections. Lesson 6. Be a good listener. Encourage others to talk about themselves. Daniel had always been a talker, eager to show his knowledge. But now he tried listening. At lunch, instead of boasting about his own projects, he asked his colleague, "Tell me about the work you're most excited about." His colleague spoke passionately for 20 minutes, and later told others that Daniel was such a great conversationalist. Daniel realized that people love to be heard, and listening is one of the greatest gifts you can give. Lesson 7. Talk in terms of the other person's interests. Daniel discovered that conversations became richer when he focused on others' interests. With one client, he spoke about sports. With another, he discussed travel. Each time, people felt connected and valued. Lesson 8. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Perhaps the most powerful lesson Daniel learned was to make others feel important. He practiced showing respect, thanking the janitor, appreciating his boss, encouraging his friends. He did it sincerely, without flattery. The result was astonishing. People admired him, trusted him, and opened doors of opportunity. Transformation. Months passed, and Daniel's life transformed. At work, he was promoted. His colleagues enjoyed his presence. His circle of friends grew wider, all because he had changed the way he treated people. Daniel realized Dale Carnegie's timeless truth. If you want success, help others feel valued, respected, and heard. Carnegie outro. And that is the story of Daniel, inspired by the principles of How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. These lessons are simple but powerful. Don't criticize. Appreciate sincerely. Listen deeply. Smile often. Remember names. Talk in terms of others' interests. Make people feel important. Apply them daily, and you too will see your relationships and your life transform. Thank you for listening to this audiobook summary. If you enjoyed it, make sure to practice these principles and share them with others, because true influence begins with kindness, respect, and understanding.